What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know who it is, your boy John.
Fucking White Belt Slayer's here. And our guest, esteemed Joel Ruiz.
Let's go.
How you doing, man?
Let's go. I'm good. Thank you. I'm here to make this one viral.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
#1 Jiu-Jitsu podcast in the world.
That's what we.
Best looking dude in Jiu-Jitsu right here. All fucking dieseled out, wearing the 4-inch shorts. Fucking.
Let's go.
Damn, dude.
I'm ready.
If you guys have been watching for a while, we had his brother on, Roger. So it's time to have Joey on and talk about the journey.
Yes.
Now, also you're a brown belt now.
Yes, I am.
Brown belt.
Was that happened like a month ago? Maybe 2 months ago?
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Definitely well deserved. Out here killing it.
No, man, you guys have such a badass podcast. I listen to you guys' podcasts all the time. There's 2 jiu-jitsu podcasts I listen to, and it's your guys' and then the B Team. I don't know if you guys ever seen their.
Of course.
The Simple Man one?
Yes, it's called the Simple Man.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass, dude.
I like it for the most part, but man, fucking Damien's so annoying.
Low key.
Dude, that fool is so annoying. And then, like, he'll be talking about like financial shit, and I'm like, yo, homie, that's not right.
Yeah,
I used to comment on their pictures, but I'm like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I got over it.
Yeah, he is he a black belt?
He is now,
Yeah,
just
he
recently.
is,
He got his black belt less than a year ago from Nikki.
Well, I mean, if you're getting it from Nikki, dude, you're a fucking black belt.
Yeah.
You're a
But
black belt in my book.
I don't think Danaher gave him any belts.
To any of them?
No, to Damien. I don't think he gave Damien any of his belts.
I heard.
I think his. So he has his
Was
own
it him
school.
that was getting bullied? There was a story, or was it Nikki that was getting bullied? Someone was being bullied, and that was one part. They said that's part of the reason why they left, is they were trying to protect him because they were getting bullied by
By his older brother?
and, like,
Nah,
other people.
they left because fucking.
Well, that was part of the reason.
Homie was clapping cheeks with homegirl's girlfriend.
I don't,
Yeah,
think,
dude,
I don't think that's why they left. I think maybe drama from that. But then also they said someone like they said that like Danaher's like super fucking like bullyish to people. Like he's an asshole to people. So I don't know if it's certain
That
people.
fool's got the tism, of course.
I mean, like you ever hear the story when a guy he was at Henzo's and a wrestler came in, and so he started rolling with Danaher.
Oh, Danaher broke his arm.
Yeah, and Danaher broke his arm.
Yeah, that was
so
like
he tried
back-
to. He
that was like
basically.
back in the 90s,
yeah, he
though.
was trying to roll with Danaher, and then he tried to do like a can opener on him, and Danaher got out, got an armbar, and broke it. Then he rolled backwards, and just walked back to his office.
Yeah.
And left it like that, like straight ice cold fucking.
If you're a wrestler that never done jiu-jitsu before, humble yourself when you get into a room,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Because that's like the biggest misconception. These wrestlers come in and they just want to fuck up everybody, and then they just think that it's cool. Like they don't know that jiu-jitsu is a completely different sport, dude. So like we fight on the ground, you know. So like that's our strong points.
From your back. Like I rolled with one of the new white belts, and I was like talking to him, and he was like,
Big
"Oh, I
dude?
wrestled in high school and this and that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So like, I bait him on a single leg, and he fucking blasted me with a double leg, and I was like, "Oh, all right," and I fucking swept him, and then that was it. They just don't know how to handle like sweeps and stuff like that. They don't know jiu-jitsu, so it's like your wrestling is only gonna take you so far in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but it'll take you far.
Yeah.
It'll take you
Oh
far.
yeah, it's a heads up. It's a major advantage to anyone that has zero grappling skills, because their pressure is fucking insane.
Yeah,
If they get to a good
absolutely.
position.
I think that's a pretty good transition. So we talked to your brother. Your brother wrestled all throughout high school. Did you wrestle in high school too, or no?
Dude, I wrestled like freshman through my senior year.
Well, hold on. Is that the start of you doing martial arts? Did you do taekwondo or anything when you were a kid?
All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
so let me-
Yeah, I didn't know you did
Let's
taekwondo.
go. Let's go from the beginning.
Let's go from the beginning.
Okay.
I didn't do shit with my fucking life, dude. So it was up till when I was 22 years old is when I got jumped on the street, dude. I got jumped. I used to work at this little car wash place right next to the Walmart, and right here in Hemet. And I was walking there, and this black dude, 2 black guys came up to me, and I thought they wanted a cigarette, so I took out my headphones and I said, "Oh, what's up? You guys need something?" And they just like knocked me out.
Damn.
When I woke back up, bro, I was getting kicked, and anyways, like that was like the start of like my jiu-jitsu
And
journey.
do something.
Yeah, like I was living with my brother at the time, and I went back, and I was all bleeding and bloody and just beaten up, and he was, if anybody knows my brother, dude, he's like, "What the fuck, man? Let's go find these motherfuckers."
Roger is like the nicest person, but
You wanna get on
he
the
is
bad side.
also 1,000% about it.
Yeah.
About it.
That's my boy, dude. Yeah.
So you wrestled in high school though?
I wrestled a little bit in high school. unfortunately, I was a dumbass, so I was never able to get my grades up to par where they needed to be. But I was always part of the team.
But
dude.
you're always like in the practice room and shit like that.
Always.
Same with Roger, because Roger
Yeah.
never even wrestled a match, right?
Yeah, I was
That's
always
crazy.
in that room, dude.
Yeah.
And so from like 18 to 22, I was like smoking cigarettes and like kind of partying and shit. But after that is when I started my
Got
journey.
serious, yeah.
Did
I
you
got
start
serious.
at Omar's or did you start?
So I've never joined any type of jiu-jitsu before Omar. And then Roger was like, "Hey, dude, like we've heard of that name Gracie."
Yeah.
So we're like, like watching old UFC
Yeah,
fights. We're like,
yeah.
all right, like this is like the only school that's that has that. So we went there. I did my first trial class in 2017, and I remember I was just like, dude, this is what I want, man. This is what I want to do, and it was 2000.
So that's the old school one that was by Walmart.
He just opened up. The Gracie Humaita right here.
here?
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
shit, that was in
opened up.
2017?
Yeah, he
shit.
just
Was it like at the
opened up.
mid or end of 2017?
It was the middle of 2017.
Yeah, that sounds right, because they just had the 7-year anniversary, so yeah, it's probably mid, yeah.
Yeah, and he just opened up, and everything was all nice
Yeah.
and brand new. Omar had long hair, dude. He was like
Oh,
an active
that's right.
competitor, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and I was hooked. And it turned in from like me defending myself to me learning, losing weight, to me like wanting to follow Roger's footsteps and Omar's footsteps and competing.
Who started first, you or Roger?
Roger for sure.
Really?
Yeah, Roger
know
started
that.
for sure. Yeah.
I remember like when I first came in, you guys were like the same rank.
Yeah.
You guys were both like 1 or 2 stripe blue belts when I came. You started in 2017, really?
Yeah, that's crazy. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
So I stayed with Omar, and then COVID hit. Man, dude, that was so crazy, bro. Entering the gym. I mean, well, I was already there 3 years.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and I remember I remember doing classes with Omar on fucking Zoom, dude. I had like my pillow with my gi, and I like stuffed the
Shit,
stuffed
really?
the sleeves with like jackets and stuff, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, like this, Omar. This is how we do it." He'd like, "Yes, pull the arm across. Okay, bring the knee up." And like
That's
like,
crazy. I
yes,
never heard
bro.
anyone say that before.
Yes, dude. Yes,
Damn.
Omar. You know what I'm talking about, dog.
Yeah, I know heard that before.
And so yeah, man, I did that for a while. Like I was just so hooked, and then and then I got introduced to these 4-letter words, bro, ADCC, and I was like, "Fuck the
is crazy.
gi,
Yeah.
dude!
Yeah.
What am I doing?" You know what I'm saying? And then I fell in love with no gi, and yeah. So anyways, so after COVID hit, I didn't start taking jiu-jitsu serious until like I was a purple belt.
Well, so those first couple of years, because you said you started in 2017 and then up to COVID, it's like 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Were you training like 1 or 2 days a week, or were you training like super consistently? Because there's no way by the time I got there, because I got there during COVID, like when I got there, the paper was still on the windows.
Yeah.
Like nobody was supposed to be training.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you were only a blue belt, and your skill was way higher than that, but there's no way it took you 3 years to get the blue belt.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Dude, I was training 7 days a week.
Damn, really?
Yeah, 7 days, Monday through Sunday. I wouldn't miss a beat. Me and Roger wouldn't miss a beat. I would go every single day. Sometimes I'd go twice a day, for almost 3 years.
Oof.
Every single day I would go. I've seen so many different faces
Yeah,
come
when
in
you
and out
piss
of the
Omar
ring.
off, you should have been a fucking goddamn black belt by then. The fuck happened?
So I got married, and
No, this is way before you were married.
so
Because when I came, you were a blue belt.
yeah,
That was 2020.
I got my
2021.
I got my purple belt in 2022.
Yeah, I was already a blue belt then.
Yeah. So,
I was like,
dude, you know what's crazy? Yeah, I've been a blue belt for like a long time.
you were a blue belt for 3 years.
Yeah.
So you probably got your blue belt really quick,
Yeah.
and then you were a blue belt for 3 years.
Yeah. And I'd say I was a purple belt for like 2.5 years too, almost 3
Yeah,
years. Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know. And you know
I
what?
talked to Omar about that.
But-
But we saw my guy out right here, dog.
But you know what, dude? I was losing competitions. Like I was competing all the time.
It's not about winning. It's about going out there and doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Roger is one of the most savage dudes I know. I've never seen him lose on the mats, and he just has a hard time in competition.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like both of us do, dude. I feel like I have a hard time. Now the way it's so crazy because like I remember when I would step in the room, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna fucking smash every single person, dude. Like
I remember.
That's just my style.
Yeah.
I remember vividly.
I remember.
And you know, but when I started to like the end of my purple belt to like entering my brown, that's when I stopped giving a fuck. I was like, dude, I want to perfect my guard game.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get
You're here to
submitted.
practice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I came to practice with a purpose. Before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just would like
Crush everyone.
just crush everybody, dude. I would love to be like that, the number one guy in the room. If it wasn't my brother, if it wasn't Kyle, it'd be me. You know, now obviously that's not the case because we got so many different killers now. Look at you guys, purple belts. Like, dude, there's so many dudes now. That shit, I don't even care. Like, my main focus is just, you know, progressing into my jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
you know, into my craft, you know, because one day eventually I'm going to be that world champion that I've been searching for, you know.
Dan, you're still trying to get it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Are you training every day with Roger?
Yeah, for the most part, I train with my brother, and you know he's on my corner, dude.
Yeah.
For these big ones, you know, he's by my corner.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes Omar gets a little too busy.
Yeah.
Some of our other black belts
Yeah.
get a little too busy, but when it comes to like these big
Yeah.
tournaments, yeah, my brother's always there.
This last one was hard because a lot of the main guys at our gym who compete all competed. We all had the same mat time.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Omar was also at the same time rolling. So like when at World League this time when he was coaching me, he was actually outside.
Are you serious?
He was on the other side because
He was
like,
not with you on the chair?
No, because there was. I don't think I had anybody in the chair, but Omar was on the outside because he got hurt in his comp. I mean, he still
Yeah.
won, but he broke his rib.
Yeah.
And I think he went to the medical to get ice, and then came back, and I heard him yelling. And I was like, where the fuck is he? I hear him yelling. I was like, who is he yelling at? And I look over, and he's not in the chair. And I was like, who is he yelling at? And I was like, I think he's yelling at me. And I look over, and he's standing there on the outside of the barrier. And then Nick coached you this time, right?
Oh, dude. So I trip on this.
Yeah.
It was Omar's son.
Oh,
But
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I called my brother and I was like, you know what, fool? This fool fucking knows what he's talking about,
yeah.
dude. Like he knew how to coach me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He knew how to coach me.
Dude, he's
I-
gonna be a savage.
He's gonna be a savage.
He's already.
He ain't
pretty
there
freaking
yet,
good.
though, homie.
He's
What's
already
up?
pretty good. His
Come get
balloon-
it.
Omar Jr.
His butterfly sweep. I seen him catch that with so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. No, he's Omar the third.
Yeah.
He's not
Omar
even a
the
junior.
third?
Yeah, that's why everyone calls him Neto. Neto means like the third one.
Oh, that's so sick, dude.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's he's good. I would like to coach more, but I don't want to coach anybody I don't know their game.
Yes.
Because I want to be able to say like, this is a position I've seen you in. This is how you should work out or work
Yes.
into the next position. Otherwise, like I'm just yelling like hit butterfly, and you're like, what the fuck? I don't hit the butterfly. Like, why would
Yeah.
you try that? You know?
Yeah. So I've been coaching for about a year.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Did you know? I know you've been helping your brother with the school and whatnot. Do you find that teaching has helped you as well?
Man, that's such a great question. So what coaching has brought to me, dude, not only like my game, right? Because now I see things so differently than I ever did from coaching, right? Because I have the eyes of a white belt, right? Because I'm coaching white belts.
yeah.
So I'm saying it and doing it myself like if I was a white belt. Like it's hard to not know, but I can coach somebody without even knowing their game. You know, I can just, you know, if they know jiu-jitsu, bro, like I can just say some things that are relatively going to what the position they're in, you know. But man, it has opened my eyes to so many different positions, so many moves that I've been teaching. You know, like it's probably the best thing I've ever done was coach.
You know, you said it's open to moves that you've been teaching. We've been training together for years at this point. I don't think I know what your game is. You have like such a dynamic game. It's good from everywhere. Do you have like a specific like position or set of things you like to do as you train?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start with the gi. So if
Well,
we're in the gi-
first of all, only the gi matters. Get out of here with that no gi shit. That shit is gay, dog. Stop doing that. All right, continue.
so if it's in the gi, I'm doing a lot of like, God, I hope this guy pulls guard so I can, you know, do the Toriano pass. And then once I'm there, I can, you know, a lot of smash and pass, lapel grips, a lot of lapel chokes. That's my game. But, you know, my real game, dude, is when in no-gi is go for the takedown, secure the passing points, and then evidently take the back. Rear naked chokes is my game.
Really? Why Why don't you try to hit takedowns in the gi?
Man, dude, that's because they're grabbing my grips.
Yeah.
And it's in my head. I'm like, dang, dude, if I try to shoot
are in the way and
yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. And a lot of guys, I've noticed when I try to shoot in, they'll like lift up the elbows and
Locked
you
in.
know,
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're locked in with the collar.
Yeah,
so.
dude.
This hand, my right hand, like, there's a name for it, but my power hand is the defense, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the gi, because I'm just moving my elbow around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since, like, not that you're not a savage anymore, but like blue belt days, I fucking hated rolling with you. Dude, you were like, just like you said, the smashing machines. Like, every roll was like the world's, and like I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
And I remember you just blasting me through the mat like a million times.
Yeah, see, and then you roll with me now, and now that's not the case at all. Like I'm
But your
guard.
game is so much sharper. We rolled the other day, and I was like, oh, here it is. I'm about to pass this motherfucker's guard. And you hit me with some weird lapel choke. I could not believe it.
The happy face choke, dude.
Is that what it was? Is that what you call it?
From my guard.
Yeah, from the guard.
I teach the students that from the side control.
Dude, I could not believe it.
How does that work?
So let's say we're in side control, T to the body, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to block the head with my shoulder and putting my ear smothered to the chest. Right. So what I'm going to do is I like to feed the other lapel underneath the arm and hold it here. Well,
You hold it like this, not
Yep.
like that?
Well, it doesn't really. I hold it like this, yeah.
Okay.
Since if I'm doing it like this, I hold it like that. What I do is I'm grabbing the lapel closest to me, the person's lapel. I'm going closest to me, and I'm feeding it across his face,
Across his neck.
across the neck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of slack.
Like on the front of the chest, right?
Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of slack, right? So their initial reaction is to lift up because there's so much slack they can breathe. From that point, you see the happy face. You grab the cloth and kind of punch the mat while you're twisting.
So it's,
while you're
almost, it's
lifting
almost
at the
like
same
a
time.
cross collar, but instead of pulling, you're
Absolutely,
pushing,
yeah.
you're pushing one hand.
Yeah, so
through.
I'm not punching the neck. I'm punching the mat.
Yeah.
But did you? I felt like you had it wrapped around. I was so not afraid of this choke because I was like, there's no way he's going to be able to hold this around my head. But that's exactly what you did. I felt like you brought something around and then you punched across like a cross.
Yeah.
Because you were in the guard.
In the triangle position, dude.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way he's going to finish this shit. I was like, I'm about to fucking smash past this fool. And then I was like, oh, fuck, this is really tight.
Yeah.
That's a crazy choke. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before.
Yeah, dude, that's my number one choke.
Really?
I get that shit on everybody, dude.
From top and bottom?
From top and bottom.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, I'm actually really good in the deep half. You know, that's another thing I work on, dude, the deep half. Like,
all right, let's stop there. Because this is the constant argument between me and this retard over here.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
The deep half is only when you face away.
No.
So if you play like half guard like I do, like way under the hips.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
deep
the hook,
half, yeah.
No, that's a
That's deep
deeper
half.
version of half.
It's deep
That
half.
is not deep half.
It's deep half.
You have to be facing away to do deep half.
No.
so when you mean facing away, is it like, so I open my half guard and then the right leg, I collect it,
Well,
and I bring it up?
Let's say we're in this position right now. My leg is between your legs.
Yes.
If you're looking at me,
Yes.
that is not deep half. You have to be facing
No.
away.
No.
Oh, wow, I did not know.
That is a deep half.
Because you're correct, and then that's deep half.
No.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's...
No, it's
Yes.
a deeper version of half.
It's deep
Every
half.
sweep in deep half is looking away.
Half guard is half guard. Deep half is getting your arm all the way in, shoulder
Nah.
deep, whether you're facing
Now
them or
you're
not
off on this.
facing
Continue. Let me talk. Let me
Okay.
hear about the deep half.
All right,
This
so
guy's
then
wrong.
the deeper half.
The deeper half.
Yes.
And I like to go deep.
Yeah.
And then deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, once it's like the John Wayne sweep, dude. Like once you hook that leg, dog. Once
the
you
John
hook
Wayne
that
sweep.
leg,
Yeah.
and you bring it up,
Yeah.
dude, this knee, dude, will like automatically allow you to like push forward, dude.
Yeah.
So when you're in that dogfight, man, I never even mess with the dude's wizard. I'm just grabbing the knee and tilting it forward. Always.
You have to show me that because like that's how I lost this last weekend. Was the second guy I fought, he couldn't pass, and I switched between every version of half guard I could, and I could not get him off balance.
See, and you can hit him with that John Wayne sweep if you're like, all right, like I know this guy's gonna push forward. You bait that and then fall back.
Yeah, you fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so afraid to go like open half, like that's not a real position, but like if I'm in the half guard,
I mean, open guard.
and I'm playing like the distance version of it, like what I call actual half guard, and then I start to open it to hit that John Wayne sweep or pull away so I can drive
don't-
the hand.
you don't
well,
open it.
I'm not opening it, but I'm like
Yeah.
I'm far enough away where my legs are barely hooked, and then I got to grab the hand and push it, then hip over. That's the position. I don't like being not chest to chest
Yeah,
in the half.
yeah.
I like in the half, I want to be chest to chest. If I'm not chest to chest, I want my knee on your chest. I want there to
usual.
always be like full connection between me and my opponent when I'm in half guard. I don't ever play that open version of half.
Oh.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It's definitely
but-
harder to control someone when you have a little bit more space. But
Yeah.
with the John Wayne sweep, that foot that's underneath, you want to use your foot and like hook that the foot that's on the inside. You push your foot down and it hooks their leg, so it kind of keeps them in while you're getting it set up.
Yeah, I have such trouble with that. So do you when you're playing deep, what do you? You're playing like that deepest version where you're basically under their hips.
Oh yeah,
Do you-
dude, 100%.
Do you ever go
I
for
don't-
like waiter sweeps or anything like that from there?
No, I don't, dude. I don't. But
I see it all the time. I'm like, man, it's there. I just don't ever go
yeah,
for it.
it's there, dude. It's always there. I don't, honestly, to be sincere with you, dude, I really don't know how to set it. If I practice it, I'm pretty sure I can get it. But I honestly, that's one thing that I don't really practice that much.
Yeah, it's such a good position. I see it used so often. I just, for some reason, I don't. For me, it's just a confidence issue because you're really underneath them at that point to get it. But once you catch it, it's like they're gonna fall. You're taking them over.
Absolutely. And there's one that I do where I grab the guy's lapel, grab the same sleeve, same leg goes on the hip, right? Their initial reaction is, well, this leg that's here, they're gonna step over. When they step over, I put my foot into in between the buttocks area, and then this one kind of like reverse de la Hiva, and now I have like a single leg X, and I bring him into me, and it's called a lever sweep, and you just take him back.
Interesting.
So I'm learning a lot in the gi.
I didn't realize like how much of a student of the game you were, because your game is so physical. It just seems like you're just like smashing dudes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you were so like you think about it that much. Like, so what is like your drive when you're teaching? Like, you're like, cause like your game to me is just nothing but hot shit. I didn't realize like you were thinking technically on that level. Like,
yeah. So when I coach these kids at Jiu-Jitsu World League or like Naga or ADCC for kids,
you guys got going to Naga.
Dude, we
that
got
shit is that backyard wrestling like grimy shit.
Yeah, a lot of our guys like doing grappling X.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a good comp.
It really is.
Yeah.
And
Are the rules the same?
for grappling X, primarily to Jiu-Jitsu World League. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of it is because this is what Roger tells me to tell the kids is like to teach them positions that like, okay, they lost a position, here's a new position. Here's a position off of this position, right? That every point in the jiu-jitsu match you should have a thought to it. Not there shouldn't be one point where you're like, oh fuck, what do I do?
You should know something from every position.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like the like a big thing is shrimp. Well,
Hip escape.
escape, a technical stand up, 2 and 2, bring your hips in, sprawl, teaching sprawls, front roll, back roll. Those are super necessary.
It's something we talk about a lot is how the what people consider warm-ups are actual techniques that people they overlook them thinking they're just warm-ups, but the reality is they're techniques that you use while you're rolling.
They're jiu-jitsu movements.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And the game has changed now, dude. So a lot of our white belts are learning not leg locks, but straight ankle.
Yeah. Well, white straight ankle locks are legal at white
Legal
belt.
at white belt,
Yeah.
yeah. So why don't you teach straight leg locks? Like maybe not the heel hook right away, but why aren't you teaching other?
Oh, we are now.
Like
So I just had a class, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, no-gi at 5 a.m. on Mondays, and I taught the single.
That 5 a.m. shit is wild, dude.
That is our backbone.
I know, dude. There's
to our gym.
mad motherfuckers of that thing.
Yeah.
How many people there are? Like usually like 15, 20 people.
About 15 to 20 people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Wild, dude.
And what was I going with
Did
this?
you guys expect 5 a.m. class to be that busy?
Dude, there has been times where it was just me, my brother, and another guy.
Oh, that's a bad day.
We don't. I don't know how this shit happened. We just started having dudes come and in the grace of God, bro.
Yeah, because when I went to that Joe Stevenson seminar, I saw a couple guys that were talking about that they do the 5 a.m. class, and he was like, "Yeah, it's the only one that works for me. I go from here, and then I can get ready and go to work and this and that." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Surprisingly, it works for everybody.
Yeah.
Around the area.
You know what my nightmare would be? Walking into a 5 a.m. class and it's just you and Roger. I think
learn today.
I would. Hey, you ever seen that video where it's like a meme of like Homer Simpson walking in and then walking right back out? Yeah. I'd be walking in there with my bag like, oh shit, I got up at 4:30 to come to this motherfucker, see me too, and walk right the fuck out.
Dude, you're close, man.
Dude, I
you
live
can
like
come.
8 minutes from
You
your
can
guys'
come,
gym.
dude. 5 in the morning.
Dude,
You got it.
that's
Bro,
crazy.
you can smash.
That's
our white belts, bro.
crazy.
They need more. They need more heavy hitters in there,
I
bro.
don't know, dude. That's crazy. You guys got, dude. Before we get back to what we were talking about, dude, you guys got killers. I rolled with a couple of your lower belts last week, on the Monday. Was it Monday? Whatever Memorial Day was.
Oh yes, Monday.
I was there on
absolutely.
Monday.
That was
Yeah.
a pretty big
Dude, that was
open mat
banging,
as well.
Dude. There was a lot of
All
good people
gi,
on that
dude.
gym. Yeah.
All gi open mat. Let it fucking drip, dude.
Which is crazy because
What a
I always
trip.
thought Roger was all about no gi. I didn't realize how much about the gi he's about.
Dude, it's funny, man. Like as much as aggression he is with wrestling,
Yeah.
that dude is a full-on gi guy.
Dude, Roger is so sharp now. The same thing. I always thought Roger just
Proud
had
of
like
him.
that grinding, like I'm gonna smash you style. But since he's been teaching, dude, his game is so sharp, and he's doing like, dude, Roger is the king of bullying wrist locks on you.
Yeah.
He will wrist lock you. I mean, he wrist locked
From
me.
everywhere.
Motherfucker wrist locked me this weekend. But now his game is so sharp. It's like he's playing with people.
Yeah.
I watched him beat up a couple people this week, and he was playing with them. It was crazy to me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? How there's some guys that I used to smash, and they're beating me now. Like Cameron. Like, that fool slept
Black
on.
belt
Cameron, black belt Cameron,
Yeah.
you're my boy.
Yeah.
You're slept on, and you need a praise. I'll give you your flowers, dude.
Yeah.
He's
He's
so
good.
fucking
I,
good,
I
dude.
love Cameron. I'll give him his flowers, but he ain't got shit for me no more. What's up, homie? I don't
Yeah.
care that you're 180 pounds.
He's you know, and it's so amazing
Yeah.
to see because I remember when all these dudes were freaking like white belts and
Yep.
blue belts. Do you guys know? Do you know who Sonny is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonny Pindiego.
Yeah.
I remember when he was a white belt, dude.
He's black belt now too, yeah.
He's a black belt now.
He's
dude.
good.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Have you seen him recently?
I have. Oh, I think I saw him.
He was at World League this week.
Where did I see him? I saw him at the last Jiu-Jitsu World League in San Diego.
Dude, he's pretty fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Dude, he's jacked now.
I haven't seen Cheech. I don't know if Cheech is a
Cheech
black
is there
belt.
too, yeah. Cheech is a black belt.
Cheech
now,
a
too.
black belt?
Too, yeah.
Dude, Cheech rolled up to me, dude, looking like he was gonna stab me, fool. That fool looked, dude. He looks so choloed out right now. Because Cheech always kind of has like a little bit of a scruffy beard.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got the straight cholo goatee right now. Dude, Cheech is looking mean. Dude, when's the last time you rolled with him?
Probably the last time I submitted him.
Yeah. No, there ain't no way. You submitted Cheech?
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna have
the
to hit
fuck?
him up. I'm
Hit him
gonna
up.
send him this clip.
You know Cheech. He's gonna be like, "Boy, I've never submitted me." Though.
I haven't rolled with him in years, but I've watched him roll a couple times pretty recently.
See, and I rolled with you as a purple belt, dude.
Dude, Cheech,
At the beginning, purple belt.
Dude, I think I said this story one time in here before, but I remember I was getting ready to go compete in Arizona. I think you did that one too. We all went to Arizona. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
We all competed in Arizona.
Oh yeah. Oh
And-
damn, dude, that one was hard.
Yeah, and then, dude, I single leg Cheech and slammed him like 3 or 4 times in a row. I was like, damn, I am fucking this fool up. Dude, he was like, I'm passing this fool's guard going to Neon Belly, and I was like, damn, I think that was like a 2 or 3 stripe white belt. I was like, dude, I think I got this shit figured out. I was crushing Cheech. Then I get the shit kicked out of me in Arizona, and then I come back, and then I roll Cheech first roll.
And he
And
fucks you
Cheech breaks me off like I didn't even exist. And then I was like, I'm sitting on the mat, and he's like, you're okay? And I was like, dude, last week, I don't know, dude, I had you. Like, I was fucking you up and shit. And he was like, I let you do that because you were competing.
Yeah, dude, Cheech is good, dude. That was
Cheech-
fucking good.
Dude, I watched Cheech break 2 dudes' fucking knees recently. Dude, he fucked these dudes. His leg lock game is
Yeah.
wild.
He really
Yeah.
likes knee bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I talk to Cheech a lot because I sponsor one of his students.
Oh.
His student is a fucking savage.
Is it
dude.
that Samoan guy?
No. He's just little Asian
He's got
kid.
his yellow belt, right?
He just
His
got.
yellow-
He just got. a
How
yellow
old
belt.
is that kid though?
14.
He looks massive.
He's big, dude. He's like 5'7", like 150 or 160 pounds. He's
Is-
big, dude. He just graduated 8th grade.
It's yellow and then orange. Or what?
Yeah, because I
So
hit
how
up
is he
Cheech.
still yellow
I
belt?
hit up Cheech. I was like, "Hey, is green the next one?" He's like, "No, there's orange belt still." And I was like, "God damn."
Yeah. You know, they have this. It's Alliance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have this Samoan dude, or forgive me if you're not Samoan or Filipino, but this motherfucker be winning like 4 gold medals due to IBJJF.
Big dude.
Yeah,
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew.
No, he's Filipino.
He's Filipino, dude.
Dude, that dude is huge.
Fucking solid.
I fought Andrew when we were both white belts.
That's crazy.
Dude, that fool. He went to go.
He's
grab-
winning where it matters.
Yeah, he went to go grab my gi, like from in the competition. Dude, he straight punched me in the jaw, My feet flew in the air and I hit the mat. And after he ended up just beating me on points on that one. And then I get up and then Omar pulls me aside. He's like, "Why'd you pull guard on him?" I was like, "I didn't pull guard. He fucking knocked me out." And then I was like, I basically woke up on the ground like,
Yeah, that's very dangerous, dude.
Yeah.
There's this guy there's this
Andrew owns Alliance in it's called Inland Empire, but it's in Redlands.
He owns it.
He owns that, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
He's a purple belt.
Yep.
So there's a black belt that I really admire. His name's Giancarlo Bodoni.
Oh yeah, but John Carlos a man. Guess where he teaches at?
New Wave
Gracie Humaita.
in Austin.
Yep, that's where he teaches. Yeah, John Carlos is the fucking man, dude.
Yeah, he's by far my favorite jiu-jitsu practitioner.
You know, he has the best ADCC run of all time.
The best.
I think he's the only dude who won trials who won ADCC. And he won it back to back. So 2000, what was the one we all went to? 22?
Yeah, 22. That was badass.
Yeah. So 22.
Nicky Ryan,
Yeah.
miss you, dude.
In 22, he won trials and then won ADCC, and then he won last year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean Carlos, and he trains in the gi like crazy.
Yeah, dude, which is so fucking crazy, dude. And he always says this thing that says win when it counts.
Yeah.
So when I heard him say that, and I was like, dude, that's a championship mentality, dude. Like, who the fuck am I?
Denimar says the same shit. He's like, no one's gonna remember.
Yes,
no one's
dude.
gonna remember that you tapped someone in the gym.
Dude, exactly.
Fuck that. I remember all that shit, homie. I'll be losing on the
He's like,
mat.
no one-
I'll be winning in the gym.
He's like,
What's
no one's
up,
gonna
homie?
remember who
Yeah.
you tapped. You
Yeah.
got tapped or you tapped
Yeah.
someone in the gym. You gotta remember. You gotta win when it counts. You gotta win
That's
the
why I
tournament.
like going to open mats. There's a gym in Corona called Peerless, and they
Yeah.
have this insane open mat, dude. And bro, I get submitted 10 times.
It's all no-gi there, right?
All no-gi.
Yeah.
I'll get submitted 10 times. I remember when I was getting ready for ADCC, the trial. Dude, and it's crazy, bro, like how you manifest shit, right? So I was like,
Wait, you did ADCC trials?
I did not because
Oh.
I got in a staph
Okay.
infection.
All right, so tell your story.
But preparing for that, man, I was going against like Elder Cruz. I was going against like a lot of veterans from ADCC.
Elder was showing up at Peerless?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so my boy Bear, he's a black belt that goes to Peerless. And I don't know if you guys know Steven Martinez, bro. He's like one of the baddest black belts in the IE, dude. If you guys don't know who it is, look him up. The professor from Peerless.
Oh, yeah,
Steven
yeah,
Martinez.
yeah, I know who he is, yeah.
Bad motherfucker. He's a bad boy. You're a bad boy. And dude, he's like a king on the mats, so everybody just, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
just makes weight. And obviously, he's sponsored by Level Black,
Yeah.
and a lot of Level Black athletes come.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that makes sense.
so, you know,
They just did that collab.
yeah, dude, I'm surrounded by fucking greatness. You know, so like I'm just in awe. So like me preparing for this big trial, I was able to, you know, spar with a lot of good guys, and I just remember telling my wife like, "Oh fuck, dude, I'm in the right path where I need to be."
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately I got sick, so I ended up doing Naga. You know, and I've done Naga before, you know, and I don't know if you guys know what Naga is. Like you can, it's like ADCC. You can fucking be a blue belt and you can
Fight black belts,
You
yeah.
can fight black
Yeah.
belts, and I got successful with my first Naga tournament as a purple belt. I beat these two black belts, which is kind of crazy because one of them was coaching the dude that I beat at Worlds, and he was like, "I remember you, dog. We were in the same bracket," and I beat both of them, and I got second place, dude. And I lost to this wrestler from Honduras, dude, and like that opened my eyes to like, oh man, dude, like I can become a world champion in no-gi for sure. And you know, so this last one, when I wasn't able to do the trials for ADCC, and that was gonna be in Texas, I ended up doing one in San Diego, a little Naga, and I beat the guy 25-0, and then my next one,
You beat a dude 25-0.
dude,
That's crazy.
I have beaten guys in Jiu-Jitsu World League with the same numbers.
Damn.
With the same numbers. And so I ended up getting armbarred my second match to a ADCC dude. And he had the whole suit on, dude, like, you know, from ADCC. I was like, fuck, man. And I told my wife, like, this is it, dude, this is it. Like, I can prove myself. And he couldn't take me down, and he straight up armbarred me once he pulled guard. And that's like my weakness, dude, armbars.
Was
straight
that the
armbars.
tournament where fucking Alexander Volkov was in your fucking bracket?
Yes! Oh!
Crazy.
So
Wait,
let me
you know who Volkov is?
Alexander Volkov?
He's a top 5 UFC heavyweight. He's like 7 foot, like 265. Dude, and he's been going to Nagas, fucking breaking motherfuckers off, dude.
Yeah, he was my second fight, and I
Is Naga single elimination?
It was. Now it's double.
Oh, really?
It's badass, dude.
Yeah.
Now it's like ADCC. Now you can fight your way back
for
up to third.
bronze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about bronze.
Those are the worst matches. That's like that makes you be like, fuck. I should have fucking died on the mat to not be in fucking
Yeah.
the loser bracket, because the loser bracket, it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the loser bracket goes hard, dude.
Yeah. Last year at Worlds in Long Beach. Oh, I'm sorry, UCLA. I had this. I had 30 guys, or maybe 30 or 27 dudes in my nogi, and I won my first 2. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go, dude. And I lost my third one, and then I had to fight 2 more times.
Yep.
And I got third place, dude.
Fuck, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but this cute motherfucker's young as shit. He's in the adults bracket still.
How old are you?
I'm 30 now.
Are you really?
I'm 30 now.
Are you still fighting adults?
Only when it comes to Naga.
That's crazy.
But when it's Jiu-Jitsu World League, dude.
Let's get you a fucking
the
world
young-
champ, a
but
Master
you're-
1 world champion.
But you're the youngest, and you'll be the youngest in Masters 1 then, right?
Yeah. Because everybody I went against was like 35, 33.
This
They were really
the
good.
last world league, you did Master 1?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, and the guy that beat...
But I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Do you notice the difference? Because in Master 1, it's more competitors who have like your body style. Or sorry, adult. When you go to Masters, everyone's on steroids.
Yeah.
Did you notice that in your division or not?
Yeah, there was a guy from Brazil, dude, Checkmat Northridge, bro, and he barely spoke English. I didn't want to talk shit, but Francisco Neto, you know, he fucking whooped me, dude. He armbarred me, and I just was like looking at Omar Jr., and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like I'm good at this. Like when it comes to someone pulling into a butterfly guard,
Yeah.
I am so like, oh man, I know how to
Defend it,
frame.
yeah.
I know how to, you know what I mean? And he just like maybe I was nervous, or he was just like glued to me, man. And
He armlocked you from the butterfly?
eventually he closed the guard,
Okay.
and then I do this stupid thing which I'm going to stop because I saw my tape, and so I'm in the guard and I'll pull forward, but what I got to do is I'm on my feet and I'm going forward, so now his knees are like touching the mat,
yeah.
and what I got to do is, instead of going over the body, right, so he can hook the arm, I got to go underneath the arm and grab like a shotgun grip, and then dude, that opens up the guard every time. And I had his guard open, dude, but then that's when he like his shoulder his leg came onto my shoulder, and then he bit down.
Dude, now you say that, it makes a lot of sense. One of my best fights at World League, I was fighting this dude from Atos, and he threw me through a table. He threw me through the
Yeah,
table.
he did.
Dude, like the TV came crashing down and shit.
I'm not. It wasn't even your table. It wasn't the mat next to
mat
it.
table next
There's
to
a
us.
mat table next to he got thrown into.
But we were going hard, and then finally, I don't remember how I got him down or whatever. We ended up like on the edge of the mat again.
Yeah.
And the same thing, that same exact position. I was pinning him down, and I went to cross. So I'm always thinking, I cross over to pass, and I'm always thinking bucket choke from there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That's what I go
dude,
for.
because he arm locked me from there. Because I went over and he switched his hips and arm locked me. But if I would have went under grip, I would have passed
You have to be
Absolutely.
you have to be careful with that under. If you watched Megatone, that's his armbar that he catches from guard. If you watch his last video from World Masters, the dude had like an under, and he just threw his leg over the face.
Yeah,
and
that's
went straight into an
International
armbar.
Master.
Yeah, but he
This
went.
week.
Yeah. He got the armbar from there. So the guy was and he went under, and he just popped his leg over the face and was able to catch the armbar.
I'll have to look at that though. But it seems like going under would be safer. A safer
Yeah,
bet than going
100%.
across.
Well, imagine the armbar though from there.
Like a mirror
it's
lock?
so much tighter.
Yeah, it's like a mirror lock, yeah.
But see,
But they have to be
But
flexible,
look,
yeah.
but if you flare your elbow up, he cannot go. He cannot.
can't get his
he
legs
can't
over
go-
it, maybe, yeah.
And I looked at my wife, dude. I love my wife, man, because she's like, she looks at me and goes, dude, I've seen you go through hell with arm bars, and you fucking submitted to that. Like you tapped to that. Like, you know, she tells me that shit, so she watches me
Because
and
it drives you,
yeah,
yeah.
and like she sees my game, and it's like, man, I've seen you go through hell with positions like that. You got to get your shit together.
I would think that you and Roger should only drill guard.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Because you guys win every other position.
Yeah.
And probably no one put you guys in the guard.
Except Kyle.
Well, fuck Kyle.
Kyle's
Dude.
different.
But let's talk about Kyle, dude.
Kyle's a different person. He's I don't.
And compared to you, he's old as fuck.
Dude, he's
Kyle's like
His
35 or
game.
36.
This fucking Kyle. Fuck you, Kyle. Kyle's game is slow, and every move you make is wrong.
Yeah.
And
Every
everything
move
is
you make
every
is
move
wrong.
you make is wrong, and then everything you do, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter from everywhere. And I'm just
Yes.
like, bro, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know how I was talking about earlier, if I walked into a room and it's just you and Roger, I'd walk out? Every time I walk into the room and there's like maybe 10 people there and Kyle's one of them sitting on the mats, he looks at me and starts licking his lips.
Yep.
I can't even leave.
I know, he does the
can't
same
even, he's
thing.
just like,
He does the same thing.
Just wait, I'm going to get you.
I always make a joke. I'm like, when I see Kyle or Nick, I'm like, dude, my radar was going off, dude, in the parking lot. I knew you guys were coming.
I
Nick's
would go to a
savage,
10
dude.
a.m. and then I showed up and it was like, oh, white belts. I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be cool. And then fucking Kyle shows
walks
up.
in.
Fucking Joseph walks in. Fucking like all the killers walk in.
Yep.
And then Kyle's like, what? You thought it was gonna be an easy day? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. He definitely motivates me. He definitely he's somebody I look up to when it
100%.
comes to like dudes that come to our gym.
Yeah.
There's a
It's the way he thinks about jiu-jitsu too.
yeah. And then he told me one time, he was like, bro, you just gotta stop giving a fuck, bro. Like just work your game. And I was like, yeah, dude, you're right, dude. I gotta work my game.
I can't remember if it was that one when we went to Arizona or the next one I went to Arizona, but Kyle popped his own knee choking someone. He had a dude in the bow and arrow. Dude wouldn't tap. He threw his leg over his face, put his shin on the back of his neck, and was choking him from there. I watched his knee pop, and then he continued to choke.
We went to a World League once, and he had like a collar choke or a loop choke, like a guillotine kind of setup, but the dude got to mount, and there was like 2 minutes left in the match.
Oh man.
And the dude gets to mount on Kyle, and he's holding this fucking gi, and Omar's like, don't let go. And he fucking held that, because it doesn't count,
Right.
because he's still locked into a
Yes.
submission, so he doesn't get the points. So the dude's fighting to get out of this, and Omar's like, don't fucking let that go. Like 2 minutes straight, he has the fucking gi, and he doesn't let go, and you can see in his face, like it's burning. You know what I mean? You know when your hands are fucking completely dead, and he won because he didn't let go of that shit. And I was just like, bro,
Yeah.
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, see, he's a guy that wins.
Yeah.
Him and Chris Santana, they win.
Chris Santana's
dude.
another
That's a
level,
whole
too.
nother dude.
Rolling with him, you feel like a child. You feel like a literal child.
Yesterday.
Chris Santana, dude, that's another one that I look up to.
Are you trying to come out here on Thursday when he teaches? You should come out if you can.
Yeah, you know what?
Because he teaches every Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
He
Because
does.
Thursdays I don't train.
Yeah,
that's the only day I don't
And
train.
he teaches no-gi.
Yeah.
That and it's, dude, I don't do a lot of no-gi at the moment because I've just been so in love with the gi. It's so weird.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. We're gi players club around here,
Yeah,
dog.
it's so crazy. Like I just found, like as soon as I got the brown belt, I was like, oh man, dude, I gotta fucking.
Dude, let's put together a camp. I'll do it with you. From now until next year, IBJJF fucking Worlds. Let's get you fucking ready, dog.
Yeah. Let's talk about like the preparation for a competition. You know.
What is your preparation? Mine's fucking drinking Mountain Dew and eating fucking candy. That's what I fucking do. That's why I never win.
So, and it's crazy, my wife will vouch, man. The way I prepare for competitions, I'll run like 3 miles a day.
How fast you run that 3 miles?
Like 8 minutes a mile.
Fuck, that's pretty quick for 3 miles.
Oh yeah.
You know what sucks for me
I
is
love
like
to run.
I do, when I'm competing, like when I'm gonna compete, I do like 6 weeks to 7 weeks out. I start prepping, and I do all this shit, and then I go out and I still fucking lose, and it fucking sucks. Cause like, what I do is like I'll start jump roping, and I fucking hate jump roping, and I'll jump rope, and I'll try to keep working it up to where I'm finally doing 5 minutes, and then I'll make those into 6 minutes, and I count them as like rounds, like a jiu-jitsu round. So I try to do, multiple 6-minute rounds, give myself like a minute or two in between, and like jogging and fucking going to class as many times as possible, 3 times a day, 2 times a day, whatever I can. And then you get to a fucking tournament, and all that work you put in, and you still, it's like,
Can I
lose. It's fucking
maybe
sucks.
jump in real quick? Obviously, I'm not I'm going to start preparing because I'm tired of fucking losing. But jump roping is not going to help you because the cardio in jiu-jitsu is so much different.
Do you understand that every professional in every professional sport, including jiu-jitsu, does jump roping?
You know all the winners
know
do?
why?
You know what all the winners do?
They jump rope.
No, you know what the winners do?
They jump rope.
Every day, Pahada.
Oh, of course.
You know why?
No, actually,
Because
no.
jump roping is not. There's no
Actually-
fucking resistance
actually,
in
they-
jump roping, so you're not going to fucking win with no resistance.
How-
you
how
have
long-
to have
Let me ask you a
100
question.
resistance
Damn,
while
I
you're
didn't
going.
No, how long can you
Bag
jump
that.
rope? I don't agree with you.
I've never tried to jump rope in my whole life.
because it's fucking hard.
Yeah, but you jump roping all the fucking time in your whole goddamn gym, and you still don't beat me.
That's the point. Is it's still fucking hard?
Yeah, but I want you. I personally.
And no, I think you're completely
Well, wait,
correct.
let's back up.
Yeah.
Why do you think you can't beat him?
I didn't say I didn't think I could.
No, I
beat
No,
him.
I know he thinks that. Have you beat him before?
Yeah, but he's also beat me.
Yeah, we're about 50-50.
You guys are 50-50?
For us, it comes down to who gets the takedown.
Really?
No, we can both sweep each other.
Well,
So once that happens,
once that happens, that's where the hard.
so whoever person's on like has their back onto the mat
is probably gonna
He's
lose.
probably gonna lose.
So,
Yeah.
but
Really?
we have almost identical games.
Yeah.
His game is more technical. Like he has more moves in his arsenal, but I think my moves are more aggressive. So, but otherwise, like our submissions, it's like we're the same fucking person. It's annoying. I was gonna talk to him about that the other day, but we have our games are identical. Our body types are super similar. Like I'm way bigger than him, but you know he's just a little guy.
you have a good half guard. I was rolling with you, and you had my legs pretty revved up.
Half
Awesome.
guard. This is his game too.
That's my whole game.
That's what I'm saying.
Half guard.
It's
So,
very similar.
But back to the thing, I think you would do better. Like if your camp, I think great, run 6-8 week camp. But I think you would get more out of your camp. Let's say if you were just if you were gonna pick one exercise over jump roping, deadlift in rounds.
I can't do a lot of deadlifts
Not even
because
with
my
that trap bar?
because my back, because I have a compressed disc in my back.
I have them too.
So it's a
But you see what I'm
it's a
saying?
value. Is it value for me?
Okay,
to potentially
I
hurt
got
my back
one that's
right,
better.
kind of thing.
I got one that's better. I know you can do this, and you just don't want to because it's harder than jump roping. Take that fucking $1,000 sled you have out there and run up and down in rounds. Because that sled has resistance.
Well, I do. When I'm doing the camp, that's something I do. Lisa comes over and we do it. No, we don't. We do more than one rep.
No, do it for 5 fucking minutes.
We do a whole. What we do with the fucking sled is we'll put the battle ropes on it because it's got ropes on it. Like not battle ropes, but it's like a rope where you pull.
Yeah, to pull it. Yeah.
So we'll push it.
Yeah.
And then we'll pull it back.
Yeah.
And then we'll push it, and then we'll pull it back, and we'll
For
do
how
that
long?
for. I don't remember what the time frame.
No,
we
but
usually
I haven't seen this, but I think you do a rep, and then he does a rep.
Yeah, that's what we do.
No. Do you jump rope in reps?
Yes.
But for 5 minutes.
Yeah, for 5-6 minutes.
Do
straight,
that same thing for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Your grappling cardio would be insane.
Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
But let's go
I
back,
see where you're going.
Let's go back to the god here, Joey. Tell me, you have crazy cardio. You have crazy submissions. So
Yeah.
tell us about your preparation for your camp.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
But hold on. How much do you weigh?
right now, like 180.
Victim weight. Continue.
Yeah, 180.
Sorry, what do you compete at?
182.
Really? So
Yeah.
you don't cut or nothing?
I'll,
Only a few pounds.
Yeah. I'll get to like 172.
Just so the gi.
175.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With no gi, I'm actually a lot
that's
lighter.
easy work.
Yeah, man, it's easy. But here's a big thing that I do. I fast.
Always.
Water fasting. That's the best way. I mean, if you're like you guys are doing the high intensity workouts and also the jiu-jitsu.
Not me. I ain't working out.
The water fasting is probably the best thing I ever experienced. Like stopping the soda, stopping everything, like training your body.
You're not talking about not eating. You're talking about not drinking other food,
I'm not eating.
Oh, just water. Okay.
Yeah,
For
just
how long?
water. Probably till like 7:30, probably 6 o'clock at night.
Oh, you do just a long fast.
So
okay,
from 7:30, you eat a meal, and then you don't eat again until the next day. So 24 hours, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're cutting weight. You're
that's huge.
Maintaining. And it's crazy because like the energy that you're burning is from like already what's in your body.
Yeah.
So then the next morning, you wake up hungry. And you just drink that water. Like I don't know, maybe that's a mental thing for me myself, but like,
I agree with that, yeah.
I'll drink water and I'm fucking not hungry no more.
How much water do you drink a day when you do that?
A gallon. Yeah, just a gallon.
A gallon?
A gallon, yeah, because there's times where I try to drink more than a gallon and like I'll start to feel real sick or I'm just peeing profusely and it's just like
That's the only annoying part is
yeah.
constant peeing.
Oh, I hate that, dude. But yeah, so it's the fasting, it's the running, the cardio is super important. And also when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, like I said, I'm not trying to go like 100% or I'm not trying to fucking win.
Yeah, you're working on your stuff.
Right, I'm just working on my stuff. And also drilling with a purpose. Because I've noticed there's times where like, it's like 5 a.m, I'm kind of lazy and my brother gets upset because I'm kind of just like slacking off. So that's a big thing, drilling with a purpose. Like, it's only you, like your journey. This is your journey. We all have different journeys in jiu-jitsu. And nobody's gonna win that gold medal except you.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how I drill, how I perform in the gym. Outside of the gym, right? Like when I'm on the run, I'm playing the music that I'm gonna be listening to in the bullpen. You see what I'm saying?
So when you say drilling with a purpose, you're like, let's say you're going for a specific technique, you're gonna drill. Or when you're gonna roll to put yourself into that position than to be able to go for that technique.
Yeah.
It's like something
dude,
from
that's
guard.
yeah,
You're gonna
absolutely.
go from guard. You're gonna work to guard and then go for the technique. You're gonna work to half guard and go for whatever technique.
Yeah,
you
how many times have you heard like you're sparring and then you hear somebody say, "Hey, we just learned this. We just learned this."
Yeah, like
you see what I'm
move of the
saying?
day,
Yeah. So it's hitting the move of the day, dude.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that right
yeah.
there, especially in sparring. So like put yourself in a horrible position, like the John Wayne,
Yeah.
right? You're in half guard.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's fucking work it, right? So there's obviously so many different ways to do it. Go over,
Yeah.
have them
Yeah,
push
yeah.
you forward, or you pull it across, grab the belt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like there's just certain ways to do it, but with the purpose. And lastly, I would say, dude, and this is a hard one, but the confidence. Confidence is the fucking key
Yep.
to winning gold, bro. Like they're like at
To believe in
Worlds-
your game.
Believe in your game, dude. Believe in your game. This is the hardest thing because you think like, oh fuck, he's gonna beat me. He's up by points. As soon as you start to tell yourself that, you fucking lost, dude.
Yeah.
I've watched so much wrestling, so much ADCC, so much different badass jiu-jitsu fighters that were down by points that came victorious.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset. to have.
So I have a question about when you're getting ready to compete. So you said that you're not trying to like grind it out and like win all the rounds, but I personally think if you're actually going to do a camp and you're getting ready to compete, you should be in there just fucking dog walking everyone, just crushing everyone, smashing your game. And if you lose a position, you lose a position, but get back and smash to win. So even when you're competing, you're not trying to win the rounds.
That's a great question. I've heard a lot of black belts say, dude, if you're smashing everybody, you might be in the wrong room.
Yeah.
No, that for me, I want to go where I'm getting my ass beat.
Yeah.
Like I
To
go
get out of the bad positions.
Yeah, to get out of bad
Right.
positions. Like I want that. Like I need that.
I agree with if you can beat everybody, you're in the wrong room, right? But I don't believe that there's anybody at our level that can go into any room and beat everybody. I think you have good days and you have bad days.
Absolutely.
But I think when you're running, if you're actually going to run a camp into a competition, you should be trying your hardest to beat everybody, even the guys you can't beat.
Yeah.
Because like let's say I'm running a comp and I run into Kyle that day in sparring. And I decide I'm going to give him the fucking gas. I know I'm not going to beat him, but he's going to put me in the positions that I want to try to fight out of
Right.
to win a comp, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's nobody really at our school that's got the game of my weight division. John's close.
What about Malachi? Malachi,
Yeah,
my
Malachi's
boy,
a fucking savage.
He beat me yesterday on points.
world champion, baby.
Yeah,
He's a savage.
He beat me on points yesterday.
His judo for not doing judo
his
is
judo's
fucking
good.
insane.
His judo's really good.
I watched him fucking throw you yesterday. I was like, God
He didn't throw
damn.
me yesterday.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He threw you yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Nah, he had a really bad drop Taitosh, and I put my hand on the mat.
Well, I mean, you fell,
I put my hand on the mat, and I went to the guard.
so you roll. Boom, you roll.
That doesn't count as a throw.
I saw. the
Did-
throw.
was
I
that
saw
a
it.
Ippon?
I saw it.
Was it for Ippon?
No, it wasn't Ippon.
It wasn't even a
We're not,
Wazari.
we're not doing judo.
It's not
though.
even Wazari.
We're not doing judo.
It's not even
It's
Wazari.
not judo. We're
All
doing
right, how about
jiu-jitsu.
this?
So he counted.
How about this? If you do, what's that drop? The drop throw you like?
Sumigeshi?
Yeah. Say if you hit me a Sumigeshi and I end up in the half guard, does that count as a throw?
Yeah, but he ended up on top.
No, he ended up in half guard.
On top. It
No,
counted as points.
That's not a point. No.
He would have got points for throwing
Not
you.
even a Wazari.
He would. I'm not talking about judo. We're talking about jiu-jitsu. He would have got 2 points for
gave
the
it to him.
takedown. Would've
I
count-
sto-
It
I
doesn't
let- I
matter.
looked
He
to
would have
it.
got 2 points though.
Nah.
I watched.
No, Malachi's a savage.
Yeah.
He beat me on points yesterday.
Yeah, that would have counted.
I'm not
he didn't
counting the
submit
throw.
you?
Fuck no, he can't submit me.
He can't submit you.
Fuck no, he doesn't even get close to submitting me.
I wonder why. He does a lot of wrestling, huh?
He's never
No,
wrestled.
dude, his judo's crazy. He doesn't even fucking wrestle.
He's never
anymore.
wrestled. At least that's what
But
he
anyway,
said.
So he's done
just
judo?
with you guys.
He doesn't do judo.
Doesn't do judo either.
He's just learning.
But his
from videos.
his
and then-
stand up is what we're calling judo, right?
Yeah, well, he
His-
actually does
his-
try judo.
His stand up
throws.
is all throw based.
Yeah, it's all
I've
throws.
never seen. I haven't seen him wrestle since he first stopped training with you guys really
His
consistently.
base
'Cause
is insane.
I know he was training with you guys super consistently.
Yes.
But as he came back to start training with us, he doesn't even try to wrestle anymore.
That's so
Dude,
crazy.
he's got so many good throws.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so many. He's real good. Dude.
Yeah, he's really
good.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Nick's another one that's really, really good. Dude.
Yeah, Nick's a savage.
That fool's been training for about 13 years.
Yeah.
So he technically should be a black belt.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
Have you rolled with his brother?
Oh, his brother.
No,
His
dude.
brother's
Savage.
insane.
He lives in
His,
Europe
the
now.
pressure, his brother, the pressure that his brother can put on you is fucking wild.
Did
I
you
was
roll
like,
with him
God.
that day?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, holy fuck.
Damn, dude,
Dude,
that's
I,
badass.
I was rolling with him and I put him in the half guard, and dude, he made me want to tap while he was on. I was in like the position I like, He almost submitted me with pressure.
Yeah, his pressure
And
was
then
wild.
finally he was like, I'm done with this half guard, reached between my legs, ripped my fucking legs open, and then crushed me from side control.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck was this?
Dang, with his ribs.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah, see, and Nick don't fucking give a fuck. He's like, I'm just gonna take you down.
And his
Take your
brother's
ankles.
not as big.
Really?
I felt like his brother was a little shorter, but he seemed like more
Yeah, but dude,
more like thicker. Like
I
jacked.
think Nick, like when he's cutting and he's sick, maybe he's 200 pounds. Dude, Nick's 215. Dude, he's a big fucking kid.
Hey, do you guys ever play like reverse ashi or ashi?
I don't
No,
play-
not at all.
I don't play any leg entanglements.
Any leg entanglements,
Not
dude?
really.
That's like the future of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Well, you got
Now-
at a bigger with bigger guys. I feel like there's less
Yeah.
leg entanglements that you
Yeah,
get
there's not.
into. Like, I won't even go for legs on him because his fucking legs are so thick. Like, I can't.
It's hard to get like the
Yeah. So with bigger guys, and then a lack of mobility when you're bigger, like
Yeah.
is those kind of movements are a little bit harder to get to. I think so. You don't see it as often. It happens, of course,
Yeah.
but you just don't see it as often
Yeah.
in the bigger, heavier divisions.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I also think the heel hook is kind of over. I mean, people are still winning with it, but like the craze of heel hooks is done, inside, outside is done. Everyone's going back to the straight ankle.
A lot of people
Yeah.
straight
Straight
ankle.
ankle.
Yeah.
The different variations of the straight ankle is probably the most winning leg lock right now. IBJJF, ADCC.
It was like
anything.
Diego Pato's thing right there.
Yeah,
when
Pato
he came
straight
in,
ankle.
when he came in before Worlds last year. He
Yeah.
came in before Worlds last year.
Before, no, it was before WNO, I think.
Oh,
But it was right around that time.
And he rolled with everybody, and he pretty much almost
ankle locked
everybody.
everyone.
Straight ankle locked everybody. Like
He
within, like,
hit me with like a reverse straight ankle lock.
like within like 15 seconds. It was like boom, straight ankle lock. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Same shit. I pulled his ass into the guard, put him in the half guard. He couldn't pass. I mean, he's not trying. He couldn't pass, and I could see in his face, okay, I'm done with this fucking dude. He turned around and straight ankle locked me, facing my feet. So he didn't like lay back and ankle lock me. He turned around and grabbed my shit and straight ankle locked me to where I thought he was gonna break my fucking leg.
Damn, dude. You
And he
know,
was like
Paco's-
145.
Yeah, Paco's a savage.
He's such a blessing to watch. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing his performance at ADCC, I was just.
And
like,
he's exactly what you were talking about because I've seen him in
Baby Shark.
horrible positions,
Yeah.
like horrible, where you're like, damn, he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And he's down, and he fucking boom
That's-
comes back
that's
and
what
he
it's all
fucking
about,
wins, and I'm
dude.
like, holy shit.
That's what it's all about, dude. There's this kid. I don't even want to say kid. I don't want to disrespect him, but he's from England, bro. His name's Owen Jones.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. He had probably one of the best runs I've ever seen in ADCC, and I watch, and like he went against this guy named Gerbrig Ankloff. Gerbrig's from Dagestan, dude, and he's like one of the only like he won the European trials for ADCC, dude, and he's like one of the only Dagestanis that is like super good at jiu-jitsu. And he doesn't really he wrestles, but he'll fucking stand. He'll do his jiu-jitsu for sure. And I seen Owen Jones just rip his ankle to pieces, just rip it, dude.
Something I was listening to
Hill, I'm sorry.
someone talk about was they were saying, where do the best wrestlers come from? And then they're obviously saying, like, right now, Dagestan has got, like, some best wrestlers. But they're like, do you know what the difference between the U.S. wrestling team and the Dagestan wrestling team? He's like, in the U.S., this goes to something you say, and I think it's completely incorrect, is you're supposed to go hard all the time. He was like, if you look in the U.S., wrestling teams, even college teams, they go hard Monday through Friday, and then they take weekends off, right? But they go, like, super hard in the gym. He's like, if you watch Dagestan, like, if you watch these guys, he's like, they don't go hard every single day. What they do is they just have longer, lower intensity fucking sessions, but they're every day. There's no day off, but they just do it every fucking day. But they don't go hard every day because you'd end up fucking hurt. But because they do it every day, at the end of the year, you have maybe 200 more hours of mat time versus someone like the U.S. wrestlers that do Monday through Friday, but they go fucking hard, but you have less mat time. And what counts is mat time. More mat time. More mat time.
Your
more mat
Honor,
time.
You're absolutely right,
may please rebut this
Let's
retard.
hear it.
Okay, so first of all, I never said you should go hard all the time.
You were just
I
saying
said
it.
you should have rounds where you go hard, and especially if you're in camp. So in the past, I said you should have rounds where you go hard.
You just said that, though. You said-
I'm not there. I'm not there yet. When you're in a camp, you should be going hard.
They don't do that.
Go watch Autos.
They don't do that.
Fuck wrestling. That shit's gay as fuck. Okay, so let's
He's off.
look. Yeah, exactly. So wrestling, so judo is like wrestling's not gay brother. I have mad respect for wrestling, but you could wear shorts and a rash guard. You don't gotta wear a singlet no more.
You can sample.
Put your fucking dick away.
Sample.
Yeah,
Which
you
is
can wear
crazy.
Shorts
Yeah.
and a top,
Yeah.
a G-top.
Which is super
Yeah.
crazy now,
I think coming up we're gonna start doing sambo instead of judo in the summer.
Well, you
So
can't grab
does-
legs anyways, right?
What's that?
You can't really grab legs anyways.
We do.
Below,
So because
the-
when I train with James, it's like it's judo, but everyone there trains jiu-jitsu. So he does
like a mix.
what's called like kosen judo, which is the old school shit with all leg grabs.
Ah.
So if you want to grab a leg, you can grab a leg. There's
Gotcha.
nothing wrong with it, and that's how he teaches. He's not teaching strict judo there because it's at a jiu-jitsu school, so everyone trains jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I think there's only 1 or 2 guys that just train straight judo.
Gotcha.
Okay, but so let me continue to rebut my story. Okay, so I think when you're training everyday life,
The dog.
you should just have a couple hard rounds a week. Like me and Bobby, it's
Yeah, I
been
agree
a
with
while,
that.
but we'll just look at each other, hit each other at the nod, and it's a hard round, right?
Purple belt, Bobby?
Yeah, savage. He doesn't even fucking train anymore. He still beats everyone up. Okay, so I think there's rounds you should go hard, right? And you should try to do jiu-jitsu on someone else who's trying to do jiu-jitsu on you, right?
Yeah.
Not play anti-jiu-jitsu or anti-stand-up. Okay, and then when you're in a camp, every round should be hard. Every round should be hard. Maybe you only train 3 days a week. You don't need to train every day for the Worlds. Maybe you pick 3 days where it's 100% intensity because you're never going to match the intensity of competition
Right.
in the gym.
I agree with that.
You need to get as close as you can.
Yeah, but if you do more rounds, even if not every round is fucking to the death,
Go watch AOJ.
instead of training 3 days and those 3 days maybe you roll fucking hard every fucking time, roll 7 days a week, but chill and you
Yeah.
get more mat time.
Mat time
and
doesn't matter at that level.
and
That
no
level
breaks.
mat time
And
doesn't
one thing
matter.
I'll say is like no breaks, and
Okay,
that's where I struggle.
How
with.
about this? Do you think you know more than Leo Vieira?
No, of course not.
Do you think you know more than Andre Galvao?
No,
What about the Mendez brothers?
no.
Go watch their camps up to the Worlds.
I guarantee you they're not rolling hard
Yes,
every
they are.
single one.
Go watch them. Every one of those mats is hard.
Anyway, what's your take on this? What's your take on this? What's your opinion? Do you think you should go hard if let's say you're in a camp every fucking roll, or you should of course you're gonna have hard rolls, but do you think you should take just get more mat time in?
Well, hold on, before you answer, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
How
Have
dare
you
you?
seen Pato's face this week?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen Talison's face this week? Have you seen Cole Abate's face this week? They all have cuts and bruises and black eyes.
Okay.
They're going hard as fuck. Continue. And all those dudes are in the top 5 to win the Worlds this week.
Okay.
Yeah, see, and we gotta remember, dude, we're not doing jiu-jitsu fucking world league. This is the world.
The real
Yeah.
Worlds.
This is the Olympic for jiu-jitsu. So
Yeah.
you gotta go fucking hard in the paint. You gotta, if you're going with somebody that's a higher belt than you, then you defend. You work your defense. But if it's the same or a lower belt, you submit them. You fucking go for your submissions. I always tell people that at the gym, hey, if you're a white belt, don't try to submit me or Roger.
Work on defense.
Work on defense. And if you're a white belt going with a white belt, you try to submit them. Try to kill them.
That's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah, it is.
But we're talking about a different type of caliber, like Cole Abate and Pato and
Right,
and,
they're just different.
Yeah, these fools are chasing world medals.
Well, they also train. That's all they do. That's all they do. is
Which
train.
I'm so jealous, dude.
That's their job.
But if you look at who's also a world champion, he's won every single belt. I think he's won every major. Talison. That fool ever post training?
Does he ever what?
Ever post about training?
No.
That fool ain't out there training. He's still top 5 in the world at his weight.
There's just some people that you just
Yeah.
can't.
But so
There's some people that have it
Yeah.
that just have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just.
And he beats guys from the B team, which is crazy because
Talison-
those guys
Tal-
train hard.
Yeah.
Everybody
and-
beats the guys from the B team, except for Nicky Rod.
Yeah, dude. A lot of them they get to at.
What do you mean? What
That's
is
why
that
they're
for
called the
Nicky
B
Rod?
team.
Victor Hugo just fucking clapped Nicky Rod's cheeks.
But again, that's the highest level.
And they're talking about it right now because Victor Hugo's training with B team for CJI.
Oh, is he?
He's on their team.
Victor Hugo joined B team?
No, he didn't join them. He's on their team
For the
CJI.
Oh,
CJI
for
camp?
CGI. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they can
Yeah.
have
The
a
trials
mix?
for the USA. USA trials?
No, CJI.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the trials yet. No,
Dude, the trials have been crazy. Like they just finished the Europe trials.
Yeah.
They just
Wait,
finished.
CJI is doing trials too?
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. They just finished the Australian trials too.
So they're not officially doing trials. What Craig Jones did is gave all the coaches of each region their own. If they just want to pick a team, they can pick a team. But most guys have decided to do a trials because they'll
To
be
make
like,
a team.
To make a team because they're like in Australia, it's Lachlan. He's like, okay, Levi Jones, he's on the fucking team.
Yeah.
This dude is on the team. Here's the spots.
Everyone else
that are
has to
open.
fight for it.
Let's fight for it, right?
Yeah.
And I watched some of them. They were wild fights.
Wild.
Yeah. What were you saying about
What is
the trials?
what are the winnings for this? Is it 100,000? Is it for the
It's a
team?
million. For
It's
the
a
team.
million, dude.
For-
It's a
for the-
million.
so how many teams are there?
8.
So it's the main team that wins.
Yeah, one team
It's a
wins.
million.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Like-
and then I saw women are getting 100,000 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, but
Oh.
then fucking Fionn out there talking shit with that fake ass WNO win. We're fucking protesting that shit. Fionn lost that fight. My girl Daddy won that fight. Did you watch that?
I did not, dude, but I seen Daddy at freaking ADCC, and I was just blown away, dude. I've never seen a woman like compete
Dude,
like how she
is
does.
so good.
I've never
She's
seen that before.
mirror locking people from the guard.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
people
that's
are like
crazy.
she'll have her guard locked, and then girls will stand up and she fucking mirror locks them while like koalaing them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
savage.
she's absolutely insane.
Daddy is probably the best no-gi player in the world for
Yeah,
women.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And
That-
didn't she win double gold last year
I think she won double gold.
at
Yeah.
ADCC Worlds, bro?
Yeah, but
Can you
but
fucking imagine that?
Fionn
Can
beat
you
her the other
imagine
day.
that?
Yeah,
Well, Fion's opening up a gym, or
She
she's gonna
already
be a head
opened it.
coach.
she already opened it.
I just watched the video. It's not open yet.
Oh, so
Maybe
must
it
be
was
a new
maybe it was an
place.
older video.
Yeah, it's an older video. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a brand new gym where she's
In
gonna be
England.
she's gonna be she's gonna be the head coach.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's gonna take away from her.
Well, dude, fucking go walk into fucking Lachlan school. Daddy's there, Lachlan's there. It's all mad,
Yeah.
crazy world champ. Or go walk into fucking Autos.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry.
What got me?
Walk into to AOJ.
What got me was where she was like, "This is gonna be the best school. There's no school here as good as this." But I'm like, "Fucking Hodger schools in fucking."
and she's
London.
always with Hodger. Hodger's,
I'm like, "What are you talking about? Hodger's right there."
Hodger Gracie?
Yeah, he's in
she's
London.
yeah, she's in England. That's
Dude,
where Hodger's
that,
at.
see, I'm telling you.
Hodger's
like,
the goat, dude.
That was like that video I sent you. Hodger's rolling with his purple belt. He's like rolling with him and he's fucking with him, and then he goes for a fucking a knee bar on a purple belt, and the purple belt goes, "That's illegal. You can't do that." And he goes, "I'm a black belt. I can do whatever I want." I'm like, "That's right."
Hodger is one of the best.
Oh, best, and he's super nice.
Man,
Hodger's the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about Omar, man. Like,
Yeah.
Omar, dude. Like, I didn't realize this fool had so much pull until, like, I went to
Oh, yeah.
IBJJF. And
Oh, yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu World League.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this guy... You know, and unfortunately, like, we were probably not in the game when he was on top of
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
game, you know? But
But he has the
we
status.
we can just imagine.
Yeah.
But so if you look at it like that, is like. So Omar is probably number 1 or number 2 winningest IBJJF competitors of all time. It's between him and Megaton, no doubt, for winningest
Overall
competitors.
medals.
Overall.
Yeah, including masters, like across
Yeah,
the board.
just
Yeah,
winning
yeah,
this
he's
of all
like
time.
200 some fucking gold medals in the masters.
400 and something.
Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Of all time.
Yeah.
It's between him and Megaton. Megaton might inch him out just because he's been competing longer.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped.
than Omar. But so
Anyways, camera died, overheating, or whatever. We were talking about Omar having pull at the
IBJJF.
IBJJF and stuff,
Yes,
and it is he has a lot of history. Like I've seen him, like when I think Louis was competing and they wouldn't let him in with his fucking gi because his gi was a little too tight, and he walked over there and he was like, "No, fuck that," and then
Dude, so trip on this. So I know the owner of Jiu-Jitsu World League. I met him on an airplane in Phoenix.
he knows Omar too. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I told him who I was affiliated with. I told him who I fight under. I fight under 2 gyms, my gym with my brother, and also Gracie Humait, the competition team. And so, like, honestly, I got super close with this guy, and this guy has he's been in my favor for a lot of times, dude. He's like coached. I mean, he not coached my matches, but he watched my matches and was like, "Hey, dude," like he would talk to the ref after and be like, "Hey, man, I just want to make sure your points go, everything got
Yeah.
correct. Anything I need, bro." Anything I need, he would always help me out. Like if my wife needed water, or if I needed this, or he gave me free
That's
stuff,
cool.
dude. Like it's crazy, and I just happened to meet him on an airplane.
That's crazy.
it's not
Just
one
meet
of the
him-
Machados because I think Hegan started World League.
He started, but the guy that runs
That
it
runs it
now,
now.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
super nice guy, dude. Him and his wife, dude, like it's amazing.
Dude, World League is popping. It's
Yeah.
more popping than IBJJF right now. At
100%.
least on the West Coast.
Yeah, for sure. I think remember when they used to be in like outside in the fucking
Well,
grass.
that was only
and-
because you couldn't be inside. But even those events were still dope.
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely.
Well, IBJJF was still doing them inside. At that time?
Yeah, but not in California. There was no California tournaments.
Oh.
Hey, have you guys ever met Eddie Bravo?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I first met Eddie Bravo, it was at a comedy, he was doing comedy with this, I
He
watched
was
this.
doing stand-up comedy?
Yeah,
Dude,
does
he's
stand-up.
fucking
He's
hilarious,
funny. Really?
dude.
He's funny as shit, yeah.
Because he's all about conspiracies, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
all
yeah,
about
Sam?
conspiracies. It was with Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, exactly. It was out there in Long Beach, and I went up to him, and I was like, hey, dude, every time I do a seminar with Hoyler, dude, he's always talking about the loss. He's always talking about that loss with you, bro. And and then Eddie was like, oh, does he talk a lot of shit about me? And I was like, no, he doesn't, dude. But like, that loss impacted his life, dude.
Yeah. And it also impacted Eddie's life.
Absolutely.
Eddie wouldn't be anybody if it wasn't for Hoyler.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Eddie beat him as a brown belt and lost the next match right after.
Yeah.
Is
But
fucking crazy.
then beat Hoyler again.
He beat Hoyler again.
In-
10 years later.
In Master Hoyler's defense, Eddie was like in his 20s.
Yeah, he was
Hoyler was in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eddie hit him with shit that wasn't popular. Dude, when he hit him with that vaporizer and destroyed.
He
Yeah.
wasn't even tapping.
So
for that
he
shit.
destroyed. I recently heard this. He destroyed Hoyler's knee, and he said he could hear it crunching. And he asked Hoyler, "Are you okay?" And Hoyler just said, "It always does that."
I mean,
Like, do you guys know any of the 10 Planet black belts?
No,
Like,
I don't.
I know one in passing. I haven't talked to him in 10 years, but a dude I knew from back in the day is a 10 Planet black belt.
dude, these fuckers are the real
I think
deal.
he owns Corona.
There's a guy in Vegas named Andy Varela.
Yeah. And so I go back and forth on Andy. He's real flashy. He hasn't won anything big.
He just won that big ass tournament, that 10-day tournament, or it's like 10 matches to gold. It's
Yeah, but I think
But
when
he gets smashed in ADCC.
Yeah, he's talking about, like,
he's
big
not
tournaments
he's
like
not
that.
IBJJF no gi world champion. He gets broken off in everything. He can't
he
win at the
competes,
highest level. He's good.
but he
he's
competes
good.
at the highest
Yeah.
level, and that right there will solidify
No, I give you that. But
anything.
he's just real flashy, and he doesn't do a lot with it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He has a very J-Rod style, where like J-Rod's super flashy, super big passes, but can't control anybody.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's actually one of like my inspirations.
Andy
J-Rod.
would fucking clap my cheeks. There's no lie about it. But I think your game is fundamentally better than Andy's.
Yeah, dude, I always tell myself I bet I can beat that motherfucker, dude. Because I've gotten close with some guys, dude,
Yeah.
like at 10 Planet. I got a good friend.
Andy's big as fuck, though.
He's huge. He's huge.
like 200 pounds, but like
Yeah.
5'8", right?
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
I got this boy, shout out to Blake Builder, in the UFC. He's a good friend of mine, dude, from 10th Planet Orange. And he's been a black belt for like 20 years, bro. And they're like right before I left, like there was times where I would fucking, catch him, Well, I'm really good at locking the knees together. And then what I'll do is I'll scoop both knees, and then this hand right here will grab the hip, grab the waist. And then I'll just climb up and I'll start to pass. Able to get side control from there, dude. But yeah, you guys want to talk about 10 Planet Orange, bro. This was when I was like seriously like told my wife, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna give my life to ADCC, dude. Like, this is what I want. I want ADCC. I want to go to Worlds.
Yeah.
I want that experience. So I obviously wasn't getting it, at my gym, at Omar's gym, because it's primarily no-gi. So I went to 10 Planet Orange, and dude, that shit made my game 110% better. I was fighting under Professor Michael John and Professor John Cho, and these are like old heads from 10 Planet Orange. So shout out to them, dude. Like, they taught me a lot of the reverse ashi, and obviously like those type of guys.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
That's all they do. I'm trying to think of the competition, dude, that it was called. I don't know if you guys ever heard of
Was it World Series of Jiu-Jitsu? Or the one that the dude from fucking Five Finger Death Punch puts on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ryan Aiken.
Ryan Aiken's savage. He's huge,
Fuck,
though.
man.
He's huge.
And he lost to J-Rod at ADCC Worlds. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this game is so crazy.
It sucks because it's hard to make it a spectator sport.
Yes.
And most of the people that watch all these things are going to be, you have to understand it, or it's not entertaining. Like, if you don't understand what's happening, or like sometimes you'll see a technique and everyone's like, oh my God, that was insane. But if you don't know how hard that was and how easy they made it look, and the technique behind it, people just don't they don't understand it, and you
Yeah.
have to know some level of jiu-jitsu to understand and be entertained by it.
Oh, 100%. 100%, dude. 100%. And honestly, like, you know, like Omar's gym and my brother's gym will always be my home gyms. But, you know, like branching out and meeting different people, dude, has definitely, like, you know, like been a favorite for me, dude.
Yeah.
Because now I see all these guys, you know, at different competitions and they remember my face and then they're like, all right, man, fuck yeah, good luck,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get it. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's not even just like,
The community aspect.
yeah, it's a community aspect, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, you got a lot of motherfuckers out there like rooting for you.
We talk
you
about that
know?
a lot. It's a big part of jiu-jitsu is the community aspect and meeting people, and everyone, for the vast majority of people, they're rooting for you, whether they're going to be your competition or not your competition. You may go up against someone and you're like, damn, man, that was good, and you may lose, but then you see them down the line and they're in a different bracket and they're like, man, I hope you get this. Like, you build
Yeah.
that camaraderie
Oh, yeah.
with someone.
Yeah,
with
and
people,
I've been at open mats where I'm going against dudes. I'm going to compete the
Yeah.
next Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like we know each other. We're fighting each other. And he's submitting me, and I'm submitting him. And it's kind of like oh fuck, dude. Like it's any man's game after this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like my main focus from this point on is definitely IBJJF. I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu World League for so long, and I think now, like with my skill, with the preparation that I'm able to take, you know, on these big challenges, I'm gonna focus more on Worlds and the trials.
So you're going to Worlds, and are you going to do World Masters?
World Masters for sure, yeah, 100%.
I'll be there.
And also the trials, dude.
Yeah.
Like ADCC, like that's dude,
goal.
that is some shit that like a lot of guys haven't even like won the trials. Like
Yeah,
they
it's
just
hard.
won like nogi or pans.
Well, some are harder than
If you
others.
win- if you win one fight in the trials on the West Coast,
Well, a lot of people
Yeah.
go to the Asian trials, or like one of them is like
well,
really
you can't.
is much
You
easier, but you
have
got to travel.
all of them outside of the U.S. are the easy ones.
Yeah.
Brazil in the U.S. are the hardest ones, but you have to have a passport from that country to go fight at them. So he can only do U.S. So for you, if you really wanted to try to win some trials, the easiest one in the U.S. is the East Coast trials. The West Coast trials are the hardest ones.
Yeah, it's
And the
definitely the
Midwest
hardest
ones are
ones.
probably
too.
really hard too.
Yeah.
Because you got all the fucking
Every team's here.
Patagoni and fucking.
Yeah,
all
you
those
got
guys.
people from Florida that are really good.
Patago.
That's a badass school, dude.
Patago.
Patagonia?
Same thing.
Patago?
Same thing.
Yeah, they have a sick school in Santa Barbara.
Oh, they opened a
Insane.
school here?
Sick.
Oh.
Yeah, there's actually two. One in Atascadero and one in Santa Barbara. But that's all up north.
Pedigo submission fighting?
Yeah.
There's one in L.A. too.
Wow.
There's one in
Who's
Long-
running those?
Other Heath has
Just
an association.
affiliates?
Yeah, they're associations.
Oh,
yeah,
got you.
And then Georgia is about to open one in Texas this week, I think. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, shout out to the guys in Atlanta, dude. They're fucking insane.
Where are you
dude.
training at in Atlanta?
I'm not training in Atlanta, but like I've seen these three brothers, dude. They're lawyers and they're all black belts, and one of them just won the CGI trials for the Euros, and he's from Georgia, dude, from Atlanta, Georgia.
So Atlanta is a big hotspot for jiu-jitsu. I don't know if you know that.
100%.
Because that's where Alliance is from. And then you have Roberto Traven out there. You have everybody's there, but Traven and Alliance are the main people. There's an Autos there that's pretty popping too. But Traven, Alliance, and Autos are the schools to go to in Atlanta. But Traven, if you can go to Atlanta, go train with Roberto Traven. Savage class. That's the most savage room I've ever been in.
Really?
Unbelievable how they train there.
Do you travel a lot for jiu-jitsu?
I used to. Yeah, when I was traveling a lot for work, I always brought bags full. I brought every gi I owned.
That's so crazy, dude. Like,
Yeah, I've trained like at 20 schools.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I want to just do jiu-jitsu. You know, like that's what I want to do. I want to just wake up, do jiu-jitsu, coach, come home, chill with my family, go back to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like
You
that,
got to
that's
open a
what,
school. It's the only way to do it.
that's what I want to do, man. I want to end up like once I get my black belt. Like I told my wife, I was like, I want to be like a affiliation of like Gracie Humaita and Reese Grappling, you know, like, but mainly Gracie Humaita, you know, but have like a strong no-gi game, you know, like I want my gym to be like
No-gi focus.
but Gracie Humaita, like,
Yeah.
you know, like I want killers out of like the no-gi scene from Gracie Humaita. I don't know a lot of champions from
Dude,
Gracie
one-
Humaita. dude.
Not
all-
anymore, but it used to be the most powerhouse team.
Yeah, there's some strong Masters division Humaita guys, but you're not gonna see a lot of like world adult division right now.
Right.
I mean, if you look at our gym, it's the vast majority of our gym is Masters.
Yeah.
competitors.
The main gym that all the people that fight at the Worlds are coming out of are San Diego or South Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gracie Humaita South Bay, they have like I think 10 competitors in the Worlds this week at black belt.
That's so
And
crazy.
Is that
Yeah.
one dude training the
Yevgeny?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
That
is his
dude's-
name? Something like that. Yeah.
He looks like a sap.
Yeah. So he's also from Dream Art. So like he's trained with Marigali. He trains with Bolinho and shit like that. So he's from Gracie Maita now, but I mean he came from Dream Art, so he's got a really good background. There's those girls. They have a lot of girls. So the Gracie Maita, the highest level competitors from our school right now are all women.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all those women are high level. Then you have Leticia Ribeiro, who's a 8-time world champion.
Is she competing this
No.
week? This year? Not even a Masters?
No, she don't compete no more. What's there left for her?
Yeah.
She's like an 8-time world champion, and then Bia's a 10-time world champion. ADCC, silver medalist last year or bronze
But now
medalist?
she's doing MMA, right?
Yeah.
And that's like what drives me to do ADCC Worlds, bro, or win Worlds at IBJJF or no-gi pans
Yeah.
for IBJJF. Like my goal is like I want my brother Omar and Hoyler to coach me at Worlds. You know, like I want to be that first guy from Gracie Humaita to come out there. Like
back.
other than
back,
Hoyler,
yeah.
like I want to be that dude. You know.
What do you mean first guy other than Hoyler? So Omar's won worlds.
No. I'm talking about at ADCC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I want to be that guy, like to bring like Gracie Humaita like on the map, you know, for ADCC, you know, because right now it's like you got the B team killing
going
it.
to Worlds?
Bia.
She's at ADCC.
She won bronze or silver last year. She's a multiple-time ADCC champion.
Yeah.
So is Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of dudes. I can't think of any dudes at ADCC.
Are you going to Worlds this weekend?
This weekend I'm
Tomorrow.
not.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to go. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the finals, black belt finals. So Pato, hopefully, and all those guys. It sucks. Last year, all the main guys that you would expect to win all got DQ'd. So last year we went, and there was like a lot of the, like Taliesin, not Taliesin. The fuck is it? They had the mess up hand.
Keep going. You're getting there.
Fuck, I can't remember his name. You know his name? You know what I'm talking about? What's his
Keep
name?
going.
Whatever.
Just keep going.
He got DQ'd. A bunch of the top guys that you would expect to win ended up getting fucking DQ'd.
Or lost.
You know who's really good? Elijah Dorsey.
Yeah.
Like in the gi and no gi.
Yeah, Dorsey's good.
Like he is somebody like that I would love to like train
Dorsey's
with.
from that dude in New York though.
Who?
That weird guy does multi-level marketing and like raped a bunch of girls.
Really?
What team is Dorsey on? Yeah, if you've into jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure it's where Elijah Dorsey's from. He's black, right?
Yeah, he's a black dude.
He did ADCC.
Yeah, he did ADCC. He lost to PJ Parch in
Yeah,
the bronze
that's exactly
medal
what I'm
match.
talking about. Yeah. Elijah's from. That's the same place that Keno was at. That's where Ryan Hall was at.
He got second place in Brazil. Elijah Dorsey against the guy from AOJ. What's that fool's name? You guys were saying Tainen?
Tynan. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Do you guys know who Kenyon Duarte is?
Yes.
He won double gold at ADCC. Like just shit like that. Like he's 27 years old. Like bro,
Yeah,
what the
Kynan just
fuck,
got
dude?
smashed though.
He got smashed, dude, by
who smashed
Nicky
Kynan?
Rod,
Yeah,
bro.
Nicky Rod smashed him, yeah.
So you can just imagine what Nicky Rod can do at ADCC. I don't know why. Like personally, me, like I'm not driven by money. Like I'm not like at all. Like I'm not driven by money. Like I'm blessed of what I have, bro. Like that's why I really liked when J-Rod went to ADCC and didn't follow CJI. You know, like I understood every competitor. I understood that the main goal was to be a world champ. You know, like you don't get shit. You get like 10 grand.
You get 10 grand, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At the
Like,
time.
and
But it's the platform, much like the UFC, to get it. But Nicky already did it.
yeah.
So there's nothing for him to get gold. Okay, he's already a 2-time silver medalist. He was a silver medalist at ADCC when he was a fucking blue belt.
Yeah.
6 months into training.
Crazy.
Which is crazy, dude. Which is crazy if you think about it, dude. Like, shout out to, RIP, the dude he beat.
Big O.
Yeah, dude. And I'm so blessed that I was able to see him actually compete, you know, at ADCC Worlds. Like, and yeah, that's the end of like, you know, like my goal. You know, my goal, if I get my black belt, like I definitely want to just, you know, reach that goal, you know, ADCC Worlds. Like, nothing else really like drives me as much as that one. You know, like that's like my main thing, like, you know, like the bright lights and just like having the American patch and just having like customized rash guards, you know, like being sponsored, like that. Those are things that I, you know, that are going to bring attention to, you know, especially like if we got 15 guys, you know, like right now in the morning, I could just imagine if if me or Roger became that world champ and did that little breakaway,
Yeah,
how many fucking guys would
yeah.
oh, I want to train under you guys, and you know, and that's where I'm at.
That's where their ADCC's marketing is they use that as leverage to say, hey, if you win, you only get whatever amount, but your name goes out there and this and that. It's kind of a shady practice to use that, I think, in my opinion. And it's exactly what the UFC was doing,
Still doing,
is taking advantage of the situation and just trying to say, like, not taking away that the prestige isn't there, but they're saying that the prestige is more valuable than money for them. And it's like, yes, it is, but
if you win ADCC, you lost money.
Yeah.
Because the amount of time you spent training, the cost of training.
Yeah.
Like, you're not breaking even cost-wise, but it does give you that prestige, and like you said, it does have the potential to improve if you have a gym. To say, now you're going to be able to get followers, and that's what their marketing is. If you win, hey man, you're going to be a name, right?
Even if you medal.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like,
Even if you make it to Worlds, you're a name.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
But it's like, for some people, it's like, yeah, but why not throw some more money at it so that someone can make a living off of this?
Yeah.
Well, the only defense I would have is since ADCC is a business, and it loses money. But what they should have did is not spent $2 million on a venue while they pay their athletes 1/1000th of what their earnings are, or whatever it is. So like in every professional sport besides fighting, the athletes have a union and they get X percentage of the gross profits or net profits. So like in the MLB, it's 60%. The athletes have to get paid 60% of what the team makes. Wow. NFL, it's like 60%. The NBA, it's like 75%. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so, you know, I a lot of people have different opinions. But for me, dude, if I could make a living just from coaching, you know, those goals are gonna be impactful.
Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt that winning one of those is not gonna impact your life, but it's not like just gonna happen. You have to market yourself after that as well. Like if you don't market yourself after you win Worlds or after you win ADCC, it means absolutely dog shit.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Because you have to take that, what you did, and then market yourself to build that.
Well, there's so many people who've won you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many people that have won and never turned that into anything for themselves.
Yes.
So it's not just winning. You have to understand, all right, now that I won, like you have to be on social media. You have to push your content. You have to push yourself, and you have to market yourself to make it profitable because you won, right?
Absolutely.
To say one last thing about that, you as a competitor, you're trying to be a professional competitor, you have to be on social media.
Yep.
You can't not be on social media.
That is correct.
Nobody's going to sponsor you if you're not on social media.
Right.
Because that's where their products are going to be shown.
Nobody cares about the wins.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the wins. It's what can you do for my brand.
Yeah, if you were losing all the time,
but you
had a fucking million followers on Instagram, you're gonna get sponsorships. It doesn't fucking matter if you're losing all the time.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you have a million fucking followers on social media. That's what matters to these companies. That's the business part of it. So, anyways,
that's all I got.
Yeah.
I just want to say that in the time between our camera turning off and on, I did 2 miles on the assault bike. While you guys were talking, I was in the gym working. While you guys were talking, I was in the gym shooting.
Anyways, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much, man.
Thank you guys so much. Anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Go check out their IG. Go check out their gym.
Yes,
Ruiz
Grappling,
California.
Menifee. And then if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Joel Ruiz BJJ. I know I don't really post, but maybe I should start.
You gotta get up on
definitely
there.
start.
Throw
Gotta
those
get up
cheeks
on
out
there.
too.
Yeah.
You're cute as hell, dog.
Yeah,
Seriously.
start showing some feet pics on there.
Yeah, dude, I should start like maybe showing little tutorials of
there you
my
go.
game, you know,
There
or
you
something
go.
like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys having me on, and God bless everybody.
No.